I'd like to bring up Christy Meyer Johnson and Billy Meyer. Just give them a big round of applause.
First off, I want to thank everybody for coming. Appreciate all the drivers and the support. 40 years, wow.
Sorry this was not the plan to be emotional, but we're just super thankful that we have the support of the NHRA drivers and NHRA.
The 40th season gave us a chance to hear the stories straight from the people who lived them. And along the way, we captured a few surprises we didn't see coming.
Cool thing is, actually, they have never let me be in a funny car again for years. I think I just talked my daughter into letting me do a burnout to start the race. Now I got to find somebody to let me get in their car.
What are we doing, Michael?
We are about to go talk to some people at the Gator Nationals. We're gonna holler at some drivers and talk to them about Texas and what we're doing in Texas.
Texas? Yeehaw, buddy. Let's go.
How's it going so far?
Great.
We're here. We're in the pits. This is where all the action happens. I think they set up a whole city here. This is cool. The pits are
So it looks like John Force Racing seems to be kind of clustered down there. Looks like Kalitta's kind of across from them. So it'll be Tony Stewart, Matt Hagan, them.
I like it. How much is that a gallon, you know?
Not enough. A lot more than what's at the pump.
What's that?
Why do you pack your own
I just
seat?
can't get them untangled, man. It's like tying your shoes, you know what I mean? That's why I got Velcro ones, you know?
Yeah.
My mom didn't really told me how to do it.
It's the 40th race season at the Texas Motorplex, and you've got to be there for the Stampede of Speed.
If you've never been, I'm telling you, you're missing out. There is nothing on this earth that shakes the ground like these fuel funny cars.
When we hit the throttle on one of these things, it's like a small earthquake. You know the Stampede of Speed this year is going to be bigger and better than ever.
Come on, you got to come out.
Yep.
Race car driver, bro. That's tight.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, guys.
What did I say? I don't remember.
I was a kid growing up in California when they built it, and I remember just trying to watch it and hearing about it, and there was so much hoopla, and it's so far ahead of its time. If that track was built last year, it would still be state of the art.
The keys were things that you don't realize unless you're a facility guy or I tell you about them. Used to be, in the old days, you went to a racetrack, well, the first row of seats is on the ground, and then there's people standing in front of you at the fence. When the car leaves the starting line, everybody has to stand up to see over the people at the fence. And so here, the grandstands start at 6 feet. You can sit there and see the action instead of seeing somebody's back. And the grandstands aren't parallel to the racetrack. The grandstands are canted 2 degrees off of parallel so that the person next to you is behind you a little bit toward the finish line. So he's sitting next to you and you turn and you're looking at the finish line, but that person next to you is here. If it was on a bleacher next to you, it wouldn't be that way. You'd be looking at his ear. And so visibility for the spectator was primo in the grandstand design.
So wait, so these are vendor tents.
So all these were vendor tents, and like there was like an error when I guess whoever brought in our tents, all the tents were like different colored stripes. So those are yellow and white stripes. Like everything looks like a circus. See, I don't know when this was.
Look at that shot with the grandstands, dude.
That's crazy. Yeah, see.
That looks like every seat.
Yeah, on both sides.
There's never been anything like 1/10 of what this was in our world, right? All these racetracks we travel to all around the country, there's never been a facility like this ever built, ever used, ever anything like that. And when Billy built this place, and we saw pictures and renderings of it before we got to the race, and then, like as you say, you show up and you see it, you're like, you gotta be kidding me. Is this guy nuts? Does he really think that drag racing can support something like this and is worthy of it? It sure was cool coming to race here and just look around and look at the humongous bleachers and grandstands and tower facility, and the race surface itself was 10 steps above any other surface we ever had back then in that day, right? Now we fast forward 40 years, it's still just as good a race surface as it was 40 years ago.
Well, every time I get in the Top Fuel dragster, or even in my bracket cars, but especially in the Top Fuel dragster, when you roll underneath the tower here at the Texas Motorplex and you see all the fans in the stands, it always makes that butterflies in your stomach. It's special. It's special to be able to have this racetrack in my home state and being able to race the same racetrack that I watched John Force, Eddie Hill, Kenny Bernstein, everybody that somebody has been on this track and has done something very special. I'm very honored to be able to race here and do that.
We were down here because a funny car caught on fire. I think it was Richard Hartman, and the body was right there. And so they let the fans back in. You could come out on the track. I think you could still do that, but we walked down here to check that funny car body out that was on fire. And my dad took that photo of me. I was probably 6, 5, something like that. It's crazy. I raced juniors here. I raced my friends in dragster here. I raced a fuel altered here yesterday. I took this picture of my kid yesterday, trying to recreate my own photo. So yeah, Motorplex is our home, man.
This season, we honored where we came from and we welcome new fans and new ways to experience the sport. Events like Texas 2K and the streetcar events brought a new generation to the track and reminded us that drag racing keeps finding new life.
Okay.
Really fun to watch.
Okay. My first experience at NHRA was here in '95. I was in the stands, right over there. So the Motorplex allows a safe place for us to test. So it allows us to do our trials, our tribulations, cut our teeth on the best track in the world, with one of the best crews in the world. So it really provides a safe place for us to do that, to make our mistakes, to set our records, and to do everything that we need to.
Yeah, so Texas Motorplex 40th anniversary kickoff.
Stripped a head stud out.
Did a burnout in a nitro funny car that we haven't seen in a long time, man.
Thank you to all of the NHRA drivers that came in for this special day. It is the official burnout of the 40th anniversary Texas Fall Nationals. Let the stampede begin.
Got stopped out there, and I was like, I couldn't see a thing, right? The whole interior of the car was full of smoke, but I knew if I, shoved it in reverse and started backing up, it'd clear out. So shoved it in reverse, backed up. I was probably running 60, 70 miles an hour in reverse.
Started 5 years ago, and it just keeps growing bigger.
The Bowzilla.
Wall Street. for racing.
Look, I'm getting excited.
Oh, man. From his days in the SMI Motivator and those cars back in the day, this is really fantastic.
Waco Kid, here we go.
Waco Kid.
Stands on an angle so that fans would have a better viewing experience. Permanent restrooms, so many great with his family. He's got his camera. A historic moment. And Jason.
This season reminded us why this place matters and why the memories last long after the engines go quiet. To everyone who's been a part of the first 40 years, thank you for sharing them with us.
It's going to be free.